welcome to Inside of New England's Therapeutic Talk. Please like, subscribe, and comment below.
Take this down, because I can't talk with a mask on. Good evening, everybody, and to those that are watching via Facebook Live. My name is Trey Brown. I'm the Director of Community Engagement for the New Britain Racial Justice Coalition. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here with us. We know what we are here for. We know exactly why we are here. But to talk a little bit further, I'm going to bring up the President of the New Britain Racial Justice Coalition, Alicia Strong.
All right, I want to start by thanking everybody for coming out today. A lot of y'all have been with us from the very beginning of this fight in August, back when we were pushing for this, and I really appreciate everybody coming out today, everybody coming to support. We're going to see this thing through the end, and we're going to see this thing come down.
Yes.
So that's what we're here for today. So this rally isn't going to be long because I know it's super cold, but I did want to start by having y'all hear from somebody who, in my opinion, really started this movement here in New Britain. Candace, who is a community resident here in New Britain, decided that she would put up a petition because she was tired of seeing Columbus here in the city. New Britain Racial Justice Coalition eventually connected with her and worked with her on this initiative. So it really started with Candace. So I want y'all to hear a little bit from her. Candace? You want me to hold anything for you?
I got it. Hi everybody, is it working? Okay. Hi, I'm Candace. When I started the petition, I never could have imagined that I would be standing here in January 2021 still talking about the statue. We have so many things to work on here in New Britain. So tonight, here we are. We're going to ask the council to override Erin Stewart's veto immediately. When we're talking about culture, we need to be looking at all of our similarities, not our differences, because I know that's one of the reasons why she is saying that the statue needs to stay up. The Italian community suffered a lot when they came here. They were discriminated against. The Black community suffered a lot when we were brought over on slave ships. The Native Americans suffered a lot when people came here and stole their land. And both of those groups are still suffering today. Every single nationality that has came here to this country has suffered. This is something that we all have in common. So we need to look at that similarity, because that's the only way we're going to be able to come together. We have to have empathy for one another and understand where each one of us are coming from when we're talking about this issue. Empathy is so important. Now, ironically, the city of New Britain says that racism is a health crisis. So what is being done about that crisis today? We have asked for the Columbus statue to be taken down. It was vetoed. We have asked for New Britain's Civilian Review Board. It was watered down. We have asked for the SROs to be removed from our schools. Nothing has been done about that. We have substance abuse problems here. We have homeless people here. We want Veronica T. D'Angelo in the seat that she deserves and is overqualified for. This is what the city of New Britain people want. So that's where we are tonight. We need to look at our similarities, help each other, support each other, love each other, love our neighbors. It doesn't matter where you came from, how you got here, we're here now. If we look nationwide, we see what happened last week at our Washington, D.C. How are we going to heal as a nation if we can't even heal locally here in New Britain? What are we going to do about this? So I hope everybody just stay safe, stay well, wear your mask, take care of yourself, keep supporting each other. Don't try to help each other out. Don't hate on each other. We all have to stick together. And I hope peace and love is upon everybody at all times.
Thank you so much, Candace. It really means a lot to have been able to work with you for the past 6 months. I'm really excited to continue working with you going forward. And I think what Candace said really brings up a good point. It really brings up what we're trying to do as the New Britain Racial Justice Coalition. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to build working class people power. We're trying to put we're trying to institute policies that will disproportionately advance the lives of people of color, but will benefit all working class and poor people in our community. That's truly what this coalition is about. It's not just about the statue. There's so much more that needs to be done to secure racial and economic justice here in the city. And we're prepared to continue fighting for it. Beyond the Columbus statue, we're fighting for more funds for education. We want to see the defunding of the police. We want to see SROs removed from schools. There's so much work that needs to be done. So thank you, Candace, for coming up. I do want to talk a little bit more about what happened. So for those of you who don't know, we were able to pass a resolution that called for the removal of the statue at a vote of 4-10. Unfortunately, Mayor Stewart decided that she would veto it. For her, she claimed that taking it down would be giving into cancel culture, and for that reason, she didn't want to remove it. When I saw this, when this story came out, I was extremely frustrated. I was frustrated on behalf of my community, who continued to come out week after week, meeting after meeting, protest after protest, calling for a very, very simple task that the city can do, and yet nobody did it. So it was about frustration for me. And what I realized is what the issue comes down to is political opportunism from a career politician.
That's right.
Let's be honest. Erin Stewart is running for governor. She needs the right-wing vote to succeed in a primary. She needs the Trump vote. She needs the people who respond to dog whistles like cancel culture. That is her base.
That's right.
That is who she needs. And it's becoming so clear. Mayor Stewart has continuously throughout her career dodged contentious issues instead of taking a stand like a true leader should. If y'all remember our first protest this summer, before we had formed the coalition, we decided to disrupt Mayor Stewart's so-called Black Lives Matter event and deliver her a list of demands of actual policy change for the city, not just hashtags and empty statements. When we went to approach Mayor Stewart and give her the letter, she ran away.
She can run?
She ran away. She went and hid behind the police. If that isn't symbolic of what this administration represents, I don't know what is. Even more recently, Mayor Stewart had an Instagram Live where she said a number of concerning statements. Among them, she claimed that she only got money for things that she cared about, as opposed to what the people care about. And she also completely changed the narrative to claim that we're erasing history and that that's what this is about. But we all know that's not what this is about. During her Facebook Live, I asked her if she knew history, to which she replied, "Yes, I do, for someone who only likes to talk on social media but doesn't come to my office." Erin Stewart, I'm out here.
Come on down.
Let's go!
Veto Erin.
And I want y'all to know it's 6:30, so afterwards she's going to be on Facebook Live in that office right there. So if we yell loud enough, we might end up on her Facebook Live, which would be pretty awesome. We are here. We are united across different races, cultures, genders, generations. We are calling for the Common Council here in New Britain to submit to the will of the people. If we are truly serious about eradicating racism in this city, we must start by removing symbols of hate so that everybody feels welcome. Thank you. All right, so at this time, I'm going to open up the floor if there are any community members who would like to speak. Afterwards, at around 6:45 or 6:50, I'll give all of y'all the number to call in, and y'all can either stay out here with us or y'all can go home and call into the public participation and ask for the removal of the statue and to override the mayor's veto. But before we do that, is there any community members who want to speak?
So I'm going to be PG about it. I promise. So it sucks that we have to continuously call and call and call and call about the same things over and over and over again. I don't know about any of you guys, but I'm tired of it. The mayor said, and I quote, that the removal of the Columbus statue was veto-proof, yet 2 days later, here comes a veto. So basically, you're being a hypocrite of your word. The people demand better. New Britain deserves better. And it's so ironic that people like Majority Leader Salerno wants to keep the statue up, because recently he said, and I quote, let's just keep Columbus up and put an Indian next to it.
What the hell?
Like that, if that isn't a slap in the face to the indigenous people, I don't know. We are tired. Columbus should be removed. Veronica T. DeLandro should have that seat. We should have a civilian review board with subpoena power. The SROs should be removed. We identified racism in the city of New Britain as a public health crisis. Mayor Stewart, do your job or your seat is not safe come November 2021. Period. Listen, and what's crazy is this. We saw what happened in the 2020 election. How it was spearheaded by women that got many men and women to vote. The same things that can happen in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona will happen right here in the city of New Britain, Connecticut, if our demands are not met or not heard. We are tired of being on these calls, which they call system glitches, so they say, and yet they still ignore our voices. I don't care. My voice is going to be heard whether they like it or not. New Britain, we deserve better. Columbus got to come down. And Mayor Stewart, you already know we hear you. You're getting ready to go on your live. So I hope you hear us when we say this doesn't stop. We're going to continue to speak about the things that matter until our demands are heard and they are fulfilled. Thank you.
Thank you, Trey. Are there any other community members who want to come up and say a few words?
Hi. It's great that people out here in the cold doing the right thing. I just want to make one quick observation about her veto message. She made an ugly reference when she tried to say that if we want Columbus down, we're also going to want Kosciuszko and Pulaski down. These are very important heroes to the United States and to the people of New Britain. They came to this country risking their lives when it was first being born, throwing off the monarchy, and helped our Revolutionary Army. Columbus came here for gold and slaves. He didn't come here to help anybody. There's no reason for us to continue to celebrate Columbus. Kosciuszko and Pulaski will be heroes to the American Revolution and the American people forever. They don't have their descendants and the people that admire them and the statues that are on Broad Street, those are going to stay, and she's just using bullshit arguments. Thank you.
That's right. Hi there. Richard LaCourse here,
Hey,
President
Rich.
of New Britain.
Big Rich.
Hey, Mel. I just don't think we should have statues of slavers and genociders here in New Britain. I
That's
don't
right.
think that's that.
That's right.
That's not that hard. And I think really now what we're seeing is an opportunity for our Republican elected officials to show that they're not just rubber stamps of the mayor, that they're willing to recognize when there's an issue that the community has spoken up about. We recognize that we have to make this thing right. And we need a two-thirds majority to override this veto, and I hope they do decide to do the right thing. And yeah, Columbus was terrible. I just want to say that more than once. That's about it. Woo.
Hi, I'm Socorro. I'm a member of the New Britain Racial Justice Coalition.
participate in the calls, the majority of the people who want to take the statue down is not even from New Britain. The people who call in
To keep the statue.
to keep the statue. Sorry. The people who call to take it down are New Britain residents. So hear us. We want the statue down.
That's right.
Thank you, Socorro. Do we have any other community members that might want to say a few words? Going once, going twice.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say that the mayor and the council has not been a council of the people, and we're done with this, and we want to see change, or we'll see change in November at the elections.
Anyone else want to speak?
Matthew.
Hi there. My name is Matthew Horowitz. I'm a longtime resident of New Britain. I just think it's wild that we're still talking about this since the summer. In other cities where statues went down, it wasn't because the city took them down, it was because the people took them down. We are giving you the chance to do something for the people so we don't have to. It's a purely symbolic gesture, but that's your favorite thing. What we really need is the Civilian Review Board to have power, to be civilian-led.
Yeah.
What we really need is a city for the people.
Yeah.
That's what really matters.
That's right.
Hell yeah! Is there anybody else?
Tear it down.
Tear it down!
Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down!
Tear it down.
It's the voice that matters.
That's right.
Are you going to ignore these voices?
Probably.
You probably will. We are calling you out. You said show up. We here.
Not popping off on social media anymore.
You're not on social media no more. This is the 45. Hey, listen. So y'all know she has a thing called spill the tea. So here's the tea. We want the statue down. I say it again. You want the tea. You want us to spill the tea. The tea is we want Columbus down. Period.
Period.
And if you don't, come November 2021, your seat is not safe. And that goes for Betty Salerno too.
He's gotta go.
Anyone else want to speak?
So hi everyone, my name is Tammy. I'm from New London. We took our statue down. We didn't give these kind of people a choice. So I'm here to support all of you. And I say, come on, and let's tear it down now.
Anybody else? Going once? No? Okay, Lynn, do you have the call-in number?
Shout it out loud so the
Okay.
people at home can call in.
So if everybody looks over there, my friend Omar is holding the call-in number. So we're gonna stay here until public participation starts, and some of us are going to call from right outside. So you're welcome to stay. Folks at home, the call-in number. So when you call, let them know you're calling to demand the council members override the mayor's veto and immediately remove the Columbus statue. It is a symbol of hate and it does not belong in New Britain.
What time is participation?
So the queue starts
Greta
at 6:50.
Stewart
So once it hits
worships
6:50,
slavery.
we can start calling.
Thank you.
You just want to.
Absolutely.
Of asking y'all to get
This is a horrible idea. Why do you like this guy? And then the second time around, like more people voted for him.
So that means we have a place. We're not doing something that you don't want to do with the people. Enough is enough. Take down statue. Take it down!
Wow, I just want to thank everybody for coming out last night. It was so much fun getting to meet all of you, and I really love that our community is pulling together it's such a diverse community, and we're all pulling together, and I love seeing that, and regardless of the outcomes, we are winning.
Your